How's it going, everybody? It's a beautiful day out. It's 70 degrees today. I think 72 or 74 degrees is the high today. So we're getting a little taste of spring before the official equinox. Um, just want to. What's up, Crow? Just wanted to share a few things. Astrologically, we're about a week into Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograded, I believe, last Thursday on the 26th of February. Um, Mars is now in Pisces, and we just had the Virgo lunar eclipse, and the moon is now in Libra as well. So if you're suddenly feeling tired, drained, or unmotivated right now, that's completely normal. When Mars is transiting through Pisces, that energy to just get up, go, and do things is either delayed or not there at all, or it takes a lot of work to officially crack things open and get moving. We do have a lot of Pisces energy, so disassociating, dreaming, sleepiness, tiredness, spacing out. That's also very normal right now, and including the Mercury retrograde is going to add this this sort of autopilot. You might experience being in conversations where somebody is talking to you and you literally 100% checked out. You 100% checked out, did not even hear a single word because you just went way off to somewhere else, way off into somewhere else in your head, in your mind. That's also normal right now. So delays in communication, delays in getting the energy to do things. So what the transits are asking us right now is to go slow. To go slow. I'm not saying put everything off and don't do anything. We obviously have to, chop wood and get water for our lives. So we can't just turn off the world. But what I'm saying is to take your time. If you don't have to rush or force things happening, don't do that. Um, the other thing is with this Mercury retrograde is this is a really good time to get things done that have just been put off over the last few months. Like, for example, we got a little project. We picked up like a half we picked up a rusted barbecue. I mean, the barbecue is fine, but it rusted at the base, so the base fell off. And we bought this off somebody from Facebook Market, knowing we would just fix it up our own, put the base on there, make a new base out of wood or something. And it's literally just been hanging out on the side of our house since like last November, I think November, October, possibly. Um, and for the first time since that fucking barbecue has been on our property, we finally started the project. Okay, so it's a good time to do things like that. If you've been putting off your taxes, go ahead and do that. Though I know we're trying to boycott them. Um, yeah, whatever things that you've been dealing with in your house. If you haven't cleaned your toilet in a while, get fucking clean that stinky ass dirty toilet. Um, Little things that have just been accumulating and been there and taken up psychic space. This is good to do that right now. Um, Dreams may be a little unusual. You may experience a lot of messages and symbols coming to you in unusual ways. Now, with the Virgo eclipse, you know, one of the things that the Virgo eclipse is going to highlight is health, right? Your health, and what is your daily structure? What are you doing on a daily basis? How much caffeine are you taking in on a daily basis? How much water are you drinking on a daily basis? What type of supplements are you taking on a daily basis? What foods are you eating? How often are you getting steps in your day, walking? How often are you working out? What is your structure like? Can you wake up just a little bit earlier in the day to do a little meditation? Can you wake up a little bit earlier in the day to read a book or write in your journal, set an intention? Can you use your lunch break to go outside and get some steps? This Virgo eclipse is highlighting us it's inviting us to look at the details in our lives and to see where things can be ever so slightly improved. Yesterday, as my wife and I, we were finally starting some projects around the house that we've been putting off. We were making a trip to Lowe's, one of our favorite places to go, to Lowe's to buy some shit for home improvements. And as we were driving, she was coming off with all kinds of ideas. Oh, maybe we should get this, maybe we should get that, maybe we should get this. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. We finally just cracked open one project that we've put off to the side for months. Less is more right now, baby. Less is more right now. So we're just gonna go to Lowe's, get what we need to finish this one project, and we have plenty of time still. It's not even spring yet to do all the other things because we run an Airbnb on our property too. So less is more. So just the little things you can do to improve your daily life. Now, another interesting thing that's going on is, the moon is in Leo now. Okay, so we had this Virgo eclipse and we have all this Pisces energy. So there's this interesting dynamic with our internal spiritual identity, our internal spiritual experiences that happen on a private level. Also, the ideas that we hold of ourselves, the image and ideas that we hold of ourselves. With the Virgo eclipse and now with the moon transiting in Libra, it's a reflection point. So we're moving into a reflection point of having to interact socially, and through interacting socially, you will be able to increase the awareness of yourself and get a gauge of how true, real, and accurate you really are in relation to who you think you are. Does that make sense? So, like, for example, love these cigars. Ooh, you get away, Hawk. I love you. You're majestic. But you stay away from my chickens. So, for example, I love the earth. I want to protect the earth. I want to do good things for humanity, and I want to make sure I'm taking care of my body. I love nutrition. I love exercise. I love spirituality. I have crystals. La da 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 da. Yeah. But then you get invited to go hang out with some friends. You guys all go out to eat, and you're like, margarita. Another margarita. Another margarita. Give me the deep fried seafood platter. Yeah. Then you're just like drinking, smoking weed, and then you guys go out in the town, and you're just fucking throwing your cigarette butts on the floor, and it's just like you're nowhere near the image you portray yourself as. So with the moon in Libra and post Virgo lunar eclipse and with all this Pisces energy, it's like there's a bridge being built of the Piscean spiritual nature that we're having on a private level that wants to come out and be generated through a social experience. So, for example, like my umbrella disappearing, right? Where the fuck did that go? And I believe that something supernatural happened. This is a private experience. This is something that's only connecting to me. But then let's say socially, I decide I get invited to go on a hike with a friend, right? We're going on a hike with a friend and I'm explaining, yo, some crazy shit's been going on in my life. I don't even know how to explain it, but somehow like my umbrella ended up on the roof. And let me tell you, brother, like it was not a windy day and I don't know, it's a big umbrella and it's just like I've been doing the numbers. It just don't make sense how the umbrella lifted all the way up and landed on top of my roof. It makes no goddamn sense. And honestly, it could have been aliens, but really I think it might be Sasquatch. Right? And let's say the wind blows while we're on the hike, right? Then we hear crunching in the woods and both of us are like, what was that? And we see something, right? We both see something we can't explain, right? Now, this is something that I was experiencing privately that now entered into a social area, which validates and confirms through analyzing with a witness that there's something supernatural going on. So, in other terms, it's like, you've been practicing in the dojo quietly. Ain't no one been seeing you training. Ain't no one been seeing you put in the hours that you've been doing. But now you get to demonstrate, perform, exhibit something you've been working on, and it gets to be witnessed. And now you have to deal with the cringy awkwardness of working on a project that only you yourself have been seeing, and you believe it's brilliant, now being open to be seen and witnessed by everybody else, and having to deal with the social analytics of other minds, other perspectives, now viewing your work, viewing your internal world that you have put out into this art piece or whatever. So it's going to be an interesting adjustment. Some of y'all will probably need to be called out. Some of y'all will probably need to experience some type of awareness of just how fucking far off you are from of who you think you are, and need to correct and adjust. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, with that being said, I just wanted to keep this very short, simple. Again, with Mars and Pisces and going through the South Node, Virgo lunar eclipse, like energy levels are, and that's normal right now. Communication errors normal right now. People are like, the thing about Pisces is Pisces is a fucking troll. Pisces will supernaturally troll your ass like no other. So with all this Pisces energy and the Mercury retrograde, people are being trolled right now. They're being trolled by their ancestors. They're being trolled by their spirit guides. All kinds of the most craziest things happening. It appears like you just dropped your phone, but really an ancestor went, get off the damn phone, bam, and smacked the phone off your hand, because that phone didn't just fall off your hand. That fucking phone flew off your hand. So, you might experience a lot of interesting things that are just kind of getting in the way and frustrating you. The little things, right? They say it's the little things that can really set you off. So some people are going through that right now during this Mercury retrograde. And they're with the Pisces energy, right? All these little hiccups that might be happening, they're doing it to get you. It's happening to get you into this emotionally raw space, so you can look at yourself, so you can really assess yourself, and that's okay, and that's normal. All right, y'all, that's it. Peace.